It is 8:42. We welcome you back. The death of Tyree Nichols is impacting people nationwide. Nichols was beaten by police after a traffic stop in Memphis and later died. Body camera video of the beating has since been released showing the brutal attack by these officers. Licensed mental health counselor and friend of ours here, Dr. Sharice Johnson, joining us to talk about the impacts of this tragedy. First of all, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
It's been years since we've had you in.
I know.
So it is great to see you, and I wish it was on better circumstances. When we have an event like this, and this is not the first time we've had to share a story, but now this is different because it's someone else, and you humanize a story like Tyree Nichols. There's a mental toll that the story and showing the video over and over and talking about it, that there's a toll that it has on us, don't you think?
There's an extreme toll. You know, one thing that you said that I think is so valuable is humanize, because it is important for us to continue to see each situation and recognize that this is somebody's life, and the mental toll absolutely adds up. As people of color, specifically Black Americans, represent and see different stories and different media played over and over, it's a re-traumatization of past instances, past experiences, and it's absolutely going to take a toll on their mental health.
Well, because I think everyone, no matter what story we show, you got other, TV stations and radio stations that always show things a little bit differently. And some people will say, well, maybe some person deserved something and maybe someone was guilty. But I don't think anyone ever really, no one deserves to be beaten.
Correct.
And certainly killed in this instance. What does it do to us when we watch this?
Sure.
When you watch it over and over?
Yeah, so when we watch those things over and over, one, it can desensitize us to the violence, which means the first time you see something like that, it can be very, very harmful and very difficult. But then as time goes on, there's a part of you that needs to feel like it needs to become numb to distance yourself from it. But on a bigger scope, when we have those type of collective traumas that we're all watching, we can get PTSD, anxiety, nausea, but it also impacts our ability to connect, because it creates a story about a group of people, whether it's police officers or whether it's Black men, which then causes us to react in different ways. So it hurts us as a nation and as a social fabric. I
mean, we're trying to live in this unified community, and we struggle with it all the time. And then you have something like this that happens, and it just, I feel like it, like you said, it just kind of splits us.
It does. And one thing that we have to realize, we can be concerned about racial justice and racialized trauma without watching the replay of the entire video, because that level of curiosity, or like you said earlier, watching to try to figure out and create judgment, is not helpful or the goal in viewing that video.
We were just talking yesterday as an organization, just saying, really, how important is it for us to get the message across, and how important is it for us to share that body cam video? We can still tell the story and the facts of what happened without having to show the video over and over again.
Correct.
Especially in a morning show when you've got families and kids getting ready for school. There's a fine balance between being informed and protecting yourself.
Yes. Well, and the other thing about it is, I heard a radio or a news show say, we watched this video several times so that we could choose what to show you. And my mind immediately went to, well, what about the trauma that you experienced as a media professional by watching it over and over again? Those images don't leave your mind, and we also hold trauma in our body. It stays with you. It carries with you.
Boy, that's true. You know, being in this business, you can become desensitized because you sort of chalk it up as another story. And because the pace at which we move, you have to move on to the next story. And you don't really have time to process what it is you just saw. Even if we don't show the video, it's everywhere on social media. Are there limits to what we should be?
Absolutely. We really want to work towards knowing if there's something going on that is going to be replayed everywhere, it might mean a social media break altogether. One of the classic definitions of trauma is too much, too fast, too soon. And like you said, everywhere you went, someone was commenting, a social media, so there was no way to filter, which might mean let me back away until this settles down a little bit, and then I can go to a written source and find the information that's going to be helpful if I feel like that's absolutely a need.
Does watching an event like this as entertainment, if you're watching it solely for entertainment, and some people do, they just click through and watch over and over, Does that cause more violence sometimes?
It doesn't necessarily cause more violence across the board. So we don't ever want to say if you play a difficult video game or watch violence, you're going to be a violent person, because that's not true.
Sure.
But if you're a person who is susceptible to violent behavior, it can absolutely plant a seed. It can add fuel to a fire that's already brewing. And it's hard to know what's that line. And once you start that line, then it gets bigger and bigger. Think about different things that we've all done in life that we thought, man, when I started, it was very small and it was very harmless, and I didn't think much of it. And then I realized later, oh, this is a problem because I'm having trouble stopping.
How do I have a conversation with someone about the Tyre Nichols situation other than saying, man, that's terrible?
It depends on who the someone is.
Okay.
I often will say, if it's somebody that you know and that you're comfortable with and you already have these conversations, then it's an open door. Say, hey, here's something that's bothering me that I've been thinking about a lot. Are you okay with having that conversation? Because one of the things we want to make sure that we do is ask and allow people to give their permission, because they might be in a place where they go, you know, I'm up for that conversation, but today's not a great day.
Yeah. And then I guess if you have bottled up emotions, regardless of the conversation or the topic, and you don't have a healthy way to release that, seek help.
Yes.
I mean, it's got to be the final line of defense is talk to someone.
And know that it can be sneaky, right? It can show up in you feeling sad, tired, exhausted, overwhelmed, not wanting to be around people. So even notice if it's just a residual of, I'm afraid to go out and interact the way that I used to, and nothing feels safe anymore. Those are important aspects to keep in mind.
Well, these conversations will continue, even though ours has come to an end today. Thanks for your time. It's really good to see you again.
You too.
Appreciate it.